Clerk, do you have quorum?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we have quorum in the House.
Proceed to read the orders of the day.
Orders of the day, Tuesday, 1st April 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Order of business, order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Proceed.
Order number 3, messages.
Proceed.
Order number 4, petitions.
Proceed. Chair, Public Accounts and Investment Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House, Tuesday, 1st April 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Report of the Public Account and Investment Committee on the consideration of Auditor General's report on municipality of Homa Bay for the year ended 30th June 2024.
Proceed to lay. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Chair, Public Accounts and Investment Committee, proceed to give notice.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, give the notice of the following motion that this House adopt the report of Public Accounts and Investment Committee on consideration on report on the Auditor General on Homa Bay, on municipality of Homa Bay for the year ended 30th June 2024, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 1st April 2025 at 2:30 p.m. I thank you.
Clerk, next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Proceed.
Order number 8, motion. Report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the report of Auditor General on Homa Bay Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2024.
Chair, Public Accounts and Investment Committee, you are at liberty to move your report.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'll move the report as earlier stated. Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General's report. Honorable Speaker, we have this report in our gadget, so I will be taking you through, the House through the report and also making reference to some pages. Thank you. Obligations. Honorable Speaker, if you, I will start by giving the committee mandate. The Public Accounts and Investment Committee is a select committee established pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 186. The committee is mandated to, 1, examine the reports and account of the public investment, examine the reports, if any, of the Auditor Generals on the public investment, and examine in the context of the autonomy and efficiency of the county public investment, whether the affairs of the county public investments are being managed in accordance with the sound financial or business principles and a prudent financial practice. Honorable Speaker, the committee membership is composed of members, 5 members, 5 secretariat. Of course, we have the committal. Honorable Speaker, The municipality of Homa Bay municipality is under the county government of Homa Bay, established by the derived authorities, accountability from urban areas and cities act number 13 of 2011, a cities and municipality charter on 27th March 2019. The principles, activities, missions, mandate of the municipality is performed as follows. The principal activities, missions, mandate of the municipality is to perform the following functions. One, promote promotion, regulation, and provisions of refuse collections, solid management services, promotion and provision of water and sanitation services and infrastructure, construction and maintenance of urban roads and associated infrastructure, constructions and maintenance of storm drainage and flood controls, constructions and maintenance of walkways and other non-motorized transport infrastructure, construction and maintain of recreational parks and green spaces, construction, maintenance, and regulations of municipal markets and abates, constructions and maintain of fire stations, provisions of fire fighting services, emergencies, preparedness, and disaster management. Of course, we have mission, vision. Honorable Speaker, this committee is composed of 5, as you can see in page 4, and all 5 members have adopted this report. Our committal had said, as a matter of procedure, is contained in page 7. Honorable Speaker, may I take this opportunity to thank all members of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee for their input and valuable contributions during the deliberations. The committee also takes this opportunity to thank the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk for the County Assembly of Homa Bay for the logistical support accorded to it during the exercise. We are also appreciative of the Secretariat attached to this committee for their support throughout the report writing process. It is therefore my pleasure and duty on behalf of the Public Account and Investment Committee to present the Auditor General report on municipal of Homa Bay for the financial year ended 30th June 2024. Committee proceedings. Honorable Speaker, the committee held its first meeting on 26th March 2025, where resolutions were arrived at to invite the CCM, Land and Urban Development, and the municipal manager and the heads of account services to appear before the committee on 30th March 2025 to respond to the concern raised by the Auditor General. The responses received from the municipal manager and head of account services formed the basis of the committee observations and recommendations as outlined in this report. Of course, Honorable Speaker, I'll take you through guiding principles. The committee, while executing its mandate, was guided by core constitutional and statutory principles on public finance management, as well as established customs, traditions, practices, usage. These principles includes constitutional principles on public finance, direct responsibility liability, obligation of accounting officer, Honorable Speaker, if you come to page 10, you will also be able to see executive summary of the same. Audit queries and management response. Honorable Speaker, the auditor's opinion, except for qualified opinion, the auditor's opinion, except for the effect of the matters described in the basis of qualified opinion section of the report, the financial statement presents fairly in all materials respect the financial position of the municipal of Homa Bay as at 30th June 2024 and of its financial performance and its cash flow for the year ended in accordance with the international public sector's accounting standards and comply with the Public Finance Management Act 2012. Of course, Honorable Speaker, you'll be able to see concern raised by the Auditor General. I will only take you through that. Non-compliance with the prescribed reporting framework, inaccuracy in the financial statements, unsupported budget adjustments, lack of ownership document property, plant and equipment, failure to maintain deposit and retention bank accounts, budgetary control performance, prior years matters, failure to collect on generated revenue, upgrading to bitumen standards of ABSA Bank junction to Department of Health headquarters, St. Paul's Catholic Church Road, delayed rehabilitation work at Homa Bay Main Bus Park, delayed fencing at Gabion Protections and at Homa Bay Municipal Market Phase 3, lack of monitoring and evaluation framework and reports, failure to adhere to budget timelines, functions not transferred to the municipality, lack of independence of Homa Bay Municipality, lack of approved staff establishment, failure to achieve strategic priority by the municipality. Honorable Speaker, those are some of the reasons and issues that were raised by Auditor General that led to qualified, their responses led to qualified opinion. Qualified opinion. Non-compliance with the prescribed reporting framework. Honorable Speaker, the review of the financial statement revealed the following anomalies. The footnote to the statement of the financial performance erroneously indicate that the notes to the financial statements are set on page 20 to 24. The notes are actually set out on page 6 to 27. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the statement of the financial position was not prepared using the format provided in the prescribed reporting template. The statement balance total assets with total net assets and liabilities, contrary to the prescribed format in which net assets A to B balance with the net assets stroke equity. The statement of cash flow notes against the receipts and payment items which are not required by the prescribed template. Note 12 on property, plant and equipment does not comply with the format provided in the prescribed reporting template as it does not show depreciation and impairment of each financial in each financial year, yet reflects DNV and total assets before depreciation, which are not provided in the template. Further, the notes present amount from for 3 financial years, namely 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, contrary to the financial reporting template which prescribed 2 financial years, current and comparative. Therefore, the management was in violation of section 164A of the Public Management Act 2012, which requires accounting officer of the county government entity to prepare financial statement in format that complies with the relevant accounting standards prescribed and published by the Accounting Standard Board from time to time. In the circumstance, the financial statement do not comply with the accounting standard prescribed by the Public Sector Accounting Standard Board. Therefore, the management was in breach of the law. Honorable Speaker, because I will be giving our committee observation and general finding and committee observation, I will now request that the members set their eyes on the management response. Inaccuracy in financial statements. The statements of financial performance reflects public contributions and donations amounting to 1.194559 under revenue from non-exchequer transactions. However, as disclosed in the inter-entry transfers schedule at Appendix 1, the amount was a development grant and therefore ought to have been accounted for in the statement of exchange in net assets, not a statement of financial performance. Further, the statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects the transfer from the county government original budget adjustment financial budgets and actual on comparable basis amounting to 48,058,993. 4.058764 and 44,229 25,751,980 respectively. However, these amounts include respective development budgets and actual amount of Kenya shillings 19,250,000 and 2,006,462, Kenya shillings 17,243,538 and 24,853,186. This is not correct, as the amount reflects under revenue in the statement are supposed to be recurrent only. Further, the statement does not show a surplus deficit amount for original budget adjustment, final budget, and performance difference. In addition, the statement of cash flow reflects net cash flow from investing activities in bracket capital expenditure, amount of Kenya shillings 4,490,867, while the statement of comparison of budget and actual amount indicates actual capital expenditure of which totaling to 898,794, resulting in an unreconciled variance of a total of 3,592,073. Further, as note 17 on property and plant equipment shows an additional asset during the year amount of 4,989,967, which differs with the two report amount, resulting in an explained variance of a total of 499,100 and 4,091,173 respectively. Honorable Speaker, in the circumstance, the accuracy and fair representation of the financial statement could not be confirmed. In the management response, Honorable Speaker, the statement of the financial position has been corrected using the prescribed reporting format on page 2 of the financial statement. The plant, property, equipment compliance with the format provided in the prescribed reporting template. Further, note 17 on page 24 has been corrected to reflect the prescribed reporting template, which reflects 2 financial years. Of course, you will be able to see the committee observation and committee recommendation and supported budget adjustment. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amount reflects the budget adjustment amount to Kenya shillings 4,058,764, which was not supported by information on actual expenditure and outstanding liabilities or commitment against the planned activities as at the date of the request for the supplementary allocation. Further, the estimate lacked footnotes explaining the response for the variations and the impact or implications of the affected programs. This was contrary to Regulation 39(6) of the Public Finance Management County Government Regulation 15, which provides that the request for supplementary budget shall be presented in a format that facilitates comparison with the original budget and shall contain all the information necessary to enable the decision on application to be reached. In addition, the supplementary budget provided was not supported with a memorandum from the accounting officer to the county treasury explaining the additional funding request, contrary to Regulation 39(7) of Public Finance Management Act of Act 9, County Government Regulation 15, which provides that the county government entity requires additional funds through a supplementary budget process, which shall submit a memorandum to the county treasury on the date determined by the county treasury. In the circumstance, the accuracy and completeness of the budget adjustment amounting to Kenya shillings 4,058,764 could not be confirmed. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the management has taken note of the auditor's recommendation, and it is worth noting that the budget adjustment flowed a projection in on-source revenue drop. The county treasury advised all departments to take budget cuts to mitigate and realize on-source revenue. The revised provisions were captured as per the provision of PFM regulation. The supplementary was initiated by the county treasury based on the drop on revenue projection, and therefore it was not a request by the municipality. The adjustments were supported through a notice for supplementary budget circular. I request members to take note on the committee observation and committee recommendations. Lack of ownership document property, plant, and equipment. The statement of the financial position reflects the property, plant, and equipment balancing to 270,226,019, which, as disclosed in Note 12 to the financial statement, comprise a land, building, roads, infrastructure, computer printing, and furnitures and fittings. However, except for the financial search showing that a plot of land belongs to the municipality, management did not provide evidence that these assets belong to the municipality. In the circumstance, the accuracy and plant and equipment balance of 270,226,019 could not be confirmed. Management response: management has taken note of the auditor's observation and since availed asset registers, part development plan, map, and search certificate showing the municipal plant reservation for audit review. I beg that the members set their eyes on the committee observations and committee recommendation. Failure to maintain and deposit retention bank account. Honorable Speaker, the statement of the financial position does not reflect any deposit and retention balance. The municipal did not maintain a deposit retention bank account, cash book and register showing the expenditure relating to retention money, despite its implementation up to several constructions contract. In addition, a schedule showing respective payee balances at the end of the financial year were not provided to audit. In the circumstance, the accuracy and incompleteness of the financial statements could not be confirmed. Management response. The municipality does not have the deposit and retention bank account. However, the municipal has initiated the process to open a retention and deposit account. I invite honorable members to set their eyes on the committee observation and committee recommendation based on the finding. Budgetary control and performance. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the statement of comparison of the budget and the actual amount reflects the final revenue budget and actual on comparable basis amount of 44,229 and 25,751,980 respectively, resulting to underfunding of 18,248,249, which is 41% of the budget. Similarly, the municipality spent a total of 24,853,186 against an approved expenditure budget of 26,756,691, resulting to under expenditure of Kenya shillings 1,903,505, which is around 7% of the budget. The underfunding and under expenditure affected the planned activities and may have impacted negatively on service delivery to the residents of municipality of Homa Bay. Management response. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the management wishes to state that the underfunding was due to failure to achieve on-source revenue target as projected in the approved estimate for the financial year 2023-2024, and the under expenditure resulted from the delayed procurement process which affected the planned activities. Going forward, the municipality is working to identify other reliable revenue streams and effectively enforcement to realize the desired revenue to fill the gap. I invite you to look at the committee observation, committee recommendation on the same. Prior years matters. As indicated in the progress on follow-up of audit reconditions sections of the financial statement, various prior years audit matters had been resolved as at 30th June. However, the management has not provided evidence on how the issues were resolved. Further, one issue of the budgetary control and performance remains unresolved as at 30th June 2024, and the management has not provided satisfactory reasons for the delay in resolving this prior year audit issue. Management response. The management wishes to state that the prior year's issues have been addressed. However, we have only responded to the matter related to the financial year 2023-2024 as per your invitation letter. I invite you to look at the committee observation and committee recommendation over the same. Failure to collect on-source revenue. Speaker, honorable members, the statement of the financial performance 30th June 2024 indicates that the municipality was financed solely through a revenue allocated by the county government, contrary to sections 172A of Public Financial Management Act 2012, which states that an urban area or city may also be funded through revenue arising from rates, fees, levies, charges, and other revenues raising measures which is retained by the urban area. Further, the confinement of municipal status may have been made without satisfying certain satisfying criteria or criteria of demonstrable revenue collection or revenue collection contrary to provision of Section 9(3)(c) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2011. In the circumstance, the management was in breach of the law and the municipality, the municipality may not achieve its objectives and goals as outlined in the charter. Management response. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the management wishes to state that the municipality does not allocate its own source revenue. However, the management has taken note of this and in the process of streamlining the revenue stream to ensure that the municipality is mandated to realize its own source revenue. I again invite you to check on the committee general recommendation, observation and recommendations. Upgrading to bitumen standards of ABSA Bank Junction Department of Health Headquarters Loop St. Paul's Catholic Church Road to bitumen standards. The statement of the financial position reflects the property, plant, and equipment balance of Kenya shillings 270,226,019, which as disclosed in Note 12 to the financial statement includes additions during the year amounting to 4,490,867 for roads and infrastructure. Out of this, 3,140,867 was spent on settling retention money to a company which was contracted for upgrading of the road from ABSA Junction to the Department of Health Headquarters and St. Paul's Catholic Church to bitumen standards. The contract was awarded on June 14th, 2022 at a contract sum of 52,998,600. It commenced on 14th, 2023. Review of the records reveals that the project was completed and handed over on June 6, 2023, and the contract was paid the full contract sum, including the retention balance of 3.1 million, which was paid on July 18, 2023, before the expiry of 6 months defect liability period. Further, the physical verification carried out during the audit in October 2024 and previously reports confirmed that the project was completed and open for public use. However, it was observed that a section of the road surface was covered by heavy soil, and the side ditch along the road had been blocked due to siltation caused by rainwater. The road required maintenance to prevent further damage. In the circumstance, the value for money of the expenditure of a total of 3,140,867 could not be confirmed. Management response. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the management concurs with the auditor's observation that part of the road and side ditches were covered by heavy soil. From the construction ongoing at the county provincial headquarters office, and the contractor was paid the retention money before the lapse of 6 months defect liability period. To ensure proper maintenance of the road, the department has budgeted for repairs and maintenance of all county roads under the Department of Roads, Public Works, Infrastructure and Transport and the roads. Kindly check on the committee observation, committee recommendation. delayed rehabilitation of delayed rehabilitation works at Homa Bay main bus park. Honorable Speaker, sorry for that. Honorable Speaker, as previously reported in the financial year 2022-2023, review of records reveals that management contracted a company to do a rehabilitation work at the Homa Bay main bus park at a contract price of 228,76,556. The contract period was 52 weeks effective from 27th May 2022 to 27th May 2023. Completely, accumulatively been paid an amount of Kenya shillings 8.1 million, with the first payment of 5 million made in the month of December 2022 after certification of the works done by the project manager. However, the payment of 2.8 million dated June 16, 2023 was not supported by indicating the value of measured work done. On May 16, 2023, the contractor requested for extension of contract period due to delayed payment. On 17th August 2023, the contract was terminated due to failure to deliver the project fully within the agreed timeline. Physical verifications at the time of audit in the month of October 2024 revealed that the project remained incomplete and the contractor was not on site. It was also noted that the main bus park was operational and open for the public use without certificate of practical compliance and handing over report. In the circumstance, the value of money realized from the expenditure of 8.1 million in CAD on the project could not be confirmed. Management response. Payments are made to many contractors based on works done as per the payment certificate raised. The payment of 2.8 was made based on the interim payment certificates number 002, date 17 May 2023. Upon payment of the second interim certificate, the contractor abandoned site and several communications to the contractor to return to site were in futile, and therefore the management had to terminate the contract. The remaining works were then budgeted in the financial year 2024-2025, and the procurement process is ongoing. Please check on, members can look at the committee observation and the recommendation. Delayed on fencing of gabion protections at Homa Bay Municipal Market. As previously reported in the financial year 2022-2023, an amount of 8.8 was incurred towards the construction of the market, fencing, and gabion protections work at the municipal market. Phase 3, review of the records reveals that the market awarded the contract on 27th May 2022 at a contract sum of 21.7 million. The contract commenced on 27th May 2022 with an expected completion date of 27th May 2023. However, the bill of quantity was not provided to the auditor. The interim certificate dating 17th November 2022 indicates that the total work done amounting to 8.5 million. However, the physical verification carried out at the time of audit in 2024 revealed that the project was incomplete and the columns had been partly erected, walling not satisfactorily done, and the grills were incomplete. In the circumstance, the value for money realized from the expenditure of 8.3 million incurred on the project could not be confirmed. Management response: the management wishes to state that upon the payment of the contract, upon the payment of the contract, the contractor abandoned the site, and several communications to have the contract returned to site were in vain. I invite you to look at the committee recommendation and observation and recommendation. Lack of monitoring and evaluation framework and report. The management did not provide project status report on non-financial performance for each individual program undertaken by the municipality. Further, there is no document in indicating the development and approved on the monitoring and evaluation policy. This was contrary to the regulation 129.1 of the Public Finance Management Regulation, which states that the county executive committee member responsible for the matter relating to the planning shall prescribe a framework for monitoring and reporting on non-financial performance for use by accounting officer in evaluation of programs and project, by measuring responsibilities to monitor evaluation and reporting financing indicators, which shall capture expenditure on the implementation of the programs and projects. In the circumstance, the management was in breach of the law. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, allow me to take you to failure to achieve strategic priorities by the municipality, page 42. Honorable Speaker, the municipality did not provide us a document as evidence that had achieved its strategic goals and stipulated in Homa Bay Municipal Strategy, a development plan of 2019 to 2024. The key deliverable is to achieve 100% of safe, clean water, adequate water from 15 to 100 in urban areas, establish or operationalize a sewer system of 80% of the residents in Homa Bay Homa Bay town, improve drainage system. Further, the management of the municipality did not provide evidence that it had put in place measures to mitigate its main challenges of air and water pollution stipulated in paragraph 1.5.6.2. Honorable members, I will take you through general committee general observation that the municipality of Homa Bay does not have full autonomy in regards to its operation. This is contrary to section 12.1 of the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2011 and the charter, which states that the management of the municipality shall be vested in the county government administration, and it's on its behalf by board manager and staff appointed in accordance with the act. Number two, the municipality of Homa Bay lacks retention account, which is inconsistent with the sound financial management practices, which may lead to challenges in tracking contract liability. The municipality does not have an approved staff establishment register to provide for comprehensive record of each employee to ensure transparency and compliance with labor laws. Recommendation. Honorable Speaker, the Municipality Board of Homa Bay needs to adhere strictly to general acceptance accounting principles and public sector's accounting standards framework in the preparation and presentation of financial reports. 2, the board of municipality needs to establish retention accounts to service and safeguard, to ensure contractors meet their contractual commitment and ensure value for money on works done. 3, the board of municipality of Homa Bay needs to develop a comprehensive staff establishment framework that defines roles, responsibility, and staffing levels in alignment with the organization of goals and services delivery. Speaker, my committee prays that this honorable house adopt this report. I call my vice to second this report. Thank you.
Honorable Pauline, the floor is yours.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwanza kabisa wacha nimshukuru mwenyekiti wa fedha za umma pamoja na wanakamati wote. Kabla sijasahau, wacha niwashukuru tena makarani ambao tuliweza kuwa nayo katika kutengeneza ripoti hii. Ni ripoti nzuri sana. Ningependa niseme ya kuwa mkaguzi mkuu alipofanya ripoti kama hii kuhusu munisipaa ya Homa Bay, aliweza kupata changamoto nyingi sana na shida za hapa na pale. Naweza kusema ya kuwa wote waliweza kufika mbele yetu tulipokuwa tukitengeneza ripoti. Tuliwakagua vilivyo, waliweza kujibu maswali vilivyo, na nataka niseme ya kuwa changamoto zilikuwa kama stakabadhi kamili za kuweka pesa au stakabadhi za ajira hazikuwa zinapatikana kwa njia ya iliyofaa. Sasa ningependa niseme ya kuwa wote walipofika mbele yetu waliweza kusema ya kuwa stakabadhi kamili na hizo zote ambazo zinafaa hazikuwa ziko tayari, na wote waliahidi ya kuwa wapewe nafasi na ndiposa siku zijazo wataweza kuweka kazi zao kwa njia inayofaa sana. Kwa hivyo nataka niseme ni asante sana na liunga hili ripoti. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Honorable members, the report having been moved by the chair and ably seconded by the vice chair, I will therefore propose the question that this House adopts the report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on Homa Bay Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2024. The floor is open for debate. Honorable Chief Whip Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, from the onset, I rise to support the adoption of this report. Honorable Speaker, the chair has moved this explicitly, and we've realized that the municipality of Homa Bay, on the audit query, Honorable Speaker, one of the concerns, Honorable Speaker, is that the municipality is not autonomous. Honorable Speaker, when a municipality like Homa Bay lacks this autonomy, Honorable Speaker, then we believe it cannot transact. From the report, it also came out very clearly that on the revenue collection, that the municipality had no on-source revenue, and it only relied on its budgetary allocation, Honorable Speaker. This is so much dangerous because a municipality is an entity that is full of resources. Honorable Speaker, we are very aware that municipalities can generate big revenues, Honorable Speaker, out of the rates because that is their jurisdiction. They can get they will generate revenues, big revenue from fees and levies and even the charges, Honorable Speaker. And if this is not tapped the way we realize it, then we are doing a lot of disservice, and most of the services, Honorable Speaker, cannot be delivered. It also came out from the report, Honorable Speaker, that there is an established deposit and retention account, and this account is being run and maintained by the executive. Honorable Speaker, a municipality must have its own retention account, and this, Honorable Speaker, will give the value for money, and this on its own, Honorable Speaker, we know that there are some contracts within the municipality, and for the contractors, Honorable Speaker, to have confidence, then if this retention account is within or maintained by the municipality, then this confidence will be raised. And the issue, Honorable Speaker, on the comprehensive staff establishment, this was also not there. On the services that are being rendered within the municipality, Honorable Speaker, we know that the municipality needs enforcement, and when you get the enforcement officers, Honorable Speaker, they are attached to another Ministry of Governance. And this, Honorable Speaker, will force the municipality that if at all they want to enforce a law, then they must persuade first the other ministry, and this, Honorable Speaker, cannot tamper well. We are also aware that the revenue collectors, Honorable Speaker, officers, are also attached to the Finance Ministry, Honorable Speaker, the Finance Department, and we realize that the ministry does not have a comprehensive staff establishment register. And this, Honorable Speaker, going forward, we believe as a county that if this register they can have on their own, then we shall have a good service delivery. Honorable Speaker, I want to commend the committee for a good report. I want to implore on members that let us adopt this report such that the recommendations can help the county in future if they are implemented. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support. Thank you.
Well put, Honorable Bobo Bondo. Honorable Member for Kindu Bay Town, Honorable Madinda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. From the onset, I would like to support and also thank the chairman for doing a good job, and the secretariat and the members as a whole. Honorable Speaker, when devolution came, there was some autonomies that were given to counties, as well as when municipality came, there need to be autonomies or semi-autonomy to municipality. Under the charter, most of the things were transferred on paper, but what is on the ground is different. Because first of all, if the municipality does not even know when the retention fee was paid to a contractor, how will they have control over it? Since the account even is
funding. If we go by this, it means that the municipality is not working to its optimum level. And the people who are residing inside this municipality, they are not receiving their services as per the charter that was given. So I want to implore the committee that is relevant to this department, that is the lands committee, to do something, do a follow-up with the executive, so that we see into it that these municipalities that were chartered to work to get the funding that is needed for them to give the people of Homa Bay and other municipalities the service that they need. Otherwise, thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Billy Noah. Honorable Monoflorito Ndiek, Deputy Majority.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that the report that we got from the Auditor General, I would say that the municipality or all the municipalities have been infringed of their duties. We cannot say that they're sleeping on the job, but the problem is that they don't have what to do and they don't know what to do. You realize that it comes a point that somebody does not know even where the revenue streams they have, because everything is directed to a particular place where they do not have a say. So we are just imploring on the government to help them have duties to perform, so that if they have their own staff, they will know how to use the staff in order to give them revenue. Otherwise, thank you so much, my colleagues, for actively participating in this. Thank you, and I want to thank my chair and the secretariat so much for the good work they've done. Thank you.
I can't see any buzzers. I would wish to call upon the mover to reply, taking into consideration the concerns that have been raised by members. Honorable Chair, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to start by thanking my colleagues who have contributed towards this report. I want to state categorically that we've taken note on the issues raised, those that needs communications and follow-up with the department. We are going to do that. But Honorable Speaker, also I want to state that the issues that have been raised by the Auditor General are matters that either had actually happened more so under the municipal of Homa Bay as a result of late submissions of documents, that if they were submitted on time, then reconciliation would have been done, and yet we may have ended up not having any problem with the issues audit. But you see, there is a window of 30 days that when you are writing a management response, then you are required actually to capture what you did not, or you may have not included or given the auditor at the time of audit. But it's done late. Then, at the end of the day, the issues raised may end up not being resolved. And that is where we are, and we are urging the department to continue liaising and adhering to the timelines of submissions, so that they don't get into problems with matters with Auditor General. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, the report having been moved, seconded, and ably debated upon, therefore put the question that this House adopts the report of the Public Accounts Investment Committee on the report of the Auditor General on Homa Bay Municipality for the year ended 30th June 2024. Will as many as of the similar opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.